What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, we have to talk about, I guess, Beyond Good and Evil 2 being kept alive just barely. This was actually spotted, I believe, a little bit after the formal announcement of the 20th anniversary of Beyond Good and Evil. That's a whole almost separate thing, although it tends to be very important, at least right now, right? It was kind of leaked. I think maybe they put it up early. They took it down. It was formally announced about 4 or 5 hours from when I'm recording this video, and, that's great news, keeping the game preservationists at bay, which is very good even for me. But it was actually found that it's going to have a narrative thread that connects to Beyond Good and Evil 2. So let's actually read literally what was said. So we see, this little breakdown, and honestly, it's just kind of a description of the base game. You see Jade will combat various creatures, solve puzzles, play mini games, and take photos with her camera on hand. But it's the next line. There'll also be an exclusive new mission revealing a narrative link to Beyond Good and Evil 2. Now, a couple things can be said, and I want to come off very sincere and honest. Number one, I've actually always believed that this game was going to come. I've said it before. I tend to try to root for, whether they work out or not, I try to root for the games that have long development cycles. And a game like Skull and Bones, a game like Metroid Prime 4, actually those are two very different examples, and the results could be very, very different. But I like to believe that games that are, trapped in development hell or whatever they might be, can make their way out of it, whether it's a good game at the end of the day or not. And so Beyond Good and Evil 2, is there actually another game that's up, like maybe Duke Nukem back in the day, right? But Beyond Good and Evil 2 is kind of in a category all of its own. But I want to see it. I'm not even a big Beyond Good and Evil guy, but I really want to see that second game come to light. I don't know if it would be the original vision that they, had in mind, or even when they showed it last, but I just think it'd be something that would be extremely cool to just, unearth it and release it to the population and see what happens. So what you can say about that little detail there is, Beyond Good and Evil 2 is hanging on for dear life, but it does exist, and I don't think you do something, I don't think, I know, you do not do something like this for a 20th anniversary, a somewhat high-profile thing. You re-release the game in a sense, right? And then you add a mission that connects directly to the second game. Well, you don't do that if the second game is not happening. And like I've said before and in past videos, the rumors are that, this game is still going on. Like, it's a weird situation with Beyond Good and Evil 2, but the game is still being developed. So, do we get the game in the next, 2-3 years? Only God knows at this point, honestly. Who else is really going to know? Not even Ubisoft at this point. But no, I hope we get it one day. I think we will get it one day, and I think this would just have further proof, or this is further proof, that you don't say something like that, you don't do something like that in an anniversary-like edition if you're not going to make the second game. Again, it's more of a sense, or where I come from is I wanted to release just to actually get out in the world, and so we can judge it. I'm not saying we should have high hopes. I'm not saying we should have high confidence. Those are kind of two different things, right? But they are somewhat connected. I don't think you should be hopeful. I don't think you should trust them. I think they need to earn trust. They need to show the game. They need to prove it's a prove it situation, not where you just automatically trust. And I think everybody is on the same page with that anyway. But it's pretty exciting and kind of out of left field. We saw this coming. We saw the anniversary thing because it was leaked and all that stuff, but for it to be connected to the second one and for them to openly say it out loud, that is not something I would have expected at all. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure, as always, you're subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on. I hope to see you all on the next one.